Where's my mask? What's up, y'all? Put my jacket on. I don't know what the hell I'm doing right now. Hey, Linty. I want you guys to welcome someone into our family, the Sun Tribe. Miss all that. You know, I'm going to, hey, what's going on? I've included someone else that I'm good friends with that lives here in Houston as a moderator. I'm going to be cutting back some moderators because I'm cool with, no moderators have done anything to me or I feel offended by anything, but I do know that when you've started channels and when you're doing a lot of modding other places, you may not have that time to devote to me, and I respect that. So it's no ill will toward any of my moderators. I appreciate everything. I'm trying to drive and these people are crazy in front of me. I appreciate, you know, everyone's support, especially my moderators, because you do give time to me when you have other things going on in your lives. Tweety One has become a moderator for me. I asked her to join my group of people, and she's accepted. She's in Houston. I've met her, but you know, I do know that moderators have their own channels, and I didn't want to have moderators with their own channels because I wanted people that could be devoted to, you know, my platform, and that's keeping. I don't care if you are moderating for someone else, because you could have been moderating for them before you even moderated for me, and I respect that because hell, I don't have this deity complex, you know, that I've witnessed on YouTube a lot of times with certain content creators. But I think that a lot of times when I first started, I got moderators on because it was new and my main moderators weren't there, and I just did temporary moderators that stayed permanent moderators. And you know, I'm going to be revamping some things about my platform. I'm ultimately leaving this sector. I don't co-sign that whole Section 8 beef sector. That's not how I want my platform to evolve. That's not cool. I'm not claiming to be a welfare sector. That's just not my thing. But, you know, I don't think, and when content creators get on and bash their moderators, I don't think that's cool at all, because your moderators a lot of times devoted time to you. So anyone that, you know, that's not a moderator any longer, I'm going to reach out behind the scenes as well, and I'm not going to publicly say who it was or anything, because I don't have to do that, and I'm just having general conversation, because some people may notice that. But again, no moderators have done anything that I respect your differences of opinion, because you're still human. You're not little children. And these content creators that think their mods are clones of them, that's not cool, because they're not. My only issue is if you're my moderator and you're moderating for 3 or 4 other people, you know, you're spreading yourself too thin. And if you do have and even aside from that, even if you have a platform, I have subscribed to moderators' platforms, and I will continuously support my moderators, that, you know, people that were my moderators. But I didn't want people as moderators that had platforms. That's just, that's it in a nutshell. Hey, but again, my moderators have my phone number, and I want them to be able to still, if they're no longer a moderator, still can reach out to me. If you ever wanted to discuss something with me, call me. Uh, I think a call is better than just texting. And oh God, this light is a four-way. The light is out. Okay, hold on. My sinuses have been kicking my butt. I got up this morning at 5 o'clock and I hit the snooze button. Okay, what the hell am I doing? Lord. I hit the snooze button like twice. And I got up then. But, and I think people, moderators that are, supporting content creators, it should be vice versa as well. And I will give shout outs to people. I think it's room for all of us to be great. But again, I don't want my platform to be a beef platform. My platform is not. I want to do parodies. There's a guy named Norman that I follow on YouTube. I want to do things like that. I don't want to be limited to how my growth on a beef sector. We as black people got to get out of that screwed up mindset of just settling for crumbs. We think we have a lot of subscribers because we have 20 or 30,000 subscribers. No. I'm not going to limit myself. In this sector, you're going to reach a certain level and you're going to become stagnant. And there's a lot of vitriolic personalities in this sector that love negativity and love to beef all the time. I want you to realize that if I have to beef with you, I can drag someone. But I'm not the kind of person that just because I can kick your behind, do I have to always beat your behind up? You know what I'm saying? It's like, why? Hey, Demeter. Norman has me rolling, Miss All That. And I love Norman, and he, I like, what's this girl? J Lee. It's a woman named J Lee. J Lee's Corner, I think. I'm subscribed to her, but she does like movie and show reviews. She has a lot of subscribers, and she's a positive. Her atmosphere is very positive. We're basically in this sector, we're falling into the stereotype of angry black people. That's what we are. We're becoming angry black people in this sector. I mean, what else is a beef sector? I mean, because the beefing sometimes goes into it's not light beefing a lot of times. When you start doxing and reaching out to people, family members and stuff, that's a whole nother, you're going into other territories that's just not cool. It does get old, Lynn. It gets old. People should come to your platform and walk away feeling refreshed, or they've gotten something from your platform. But I don't care what these content creators over here say. They can talk about gentleman's panel this and a gentleman's panel that, because we're not talking about mess. But each one of those content creators, everyone that said the gentleman's panel is boring, let them not talk about mess, and I'm willing to bet you their numbers are going to change when they're not talking about mess. If you're not talking about mess, you're not going to get large numbers in your chat. That's the reality of it. Hey, Suki. You're not going to get a large number of people if you're not talking about mess. You can go to Bama Girl's channel and get a lot of knowledge. And, her talking about, being a mortician and talking about the HBCUs. And it's like you're having a panel of people that are movers and shakers in the black community that can reach out to youth, the black youth. But people weren't coming over there to hear that much. She had people over there, but it wasn't the same numbers. If Five Babe is talking about positive change and, she's talking about inspirational quotes and Bible scriptures, the same number, you're not going to have 1,000 people in your chat. That's real talk. People over here have loved to hear the mess, and I'm just not for it like that. Hey, Sassy Classy. Okay, what's up with this light? I should have stopped and got gas, y'all. My gas thing says 21 miles. It says 21 miles before empty. And I'm like, okay, I'm already going to probably get to work at about 7:30. And even though, let me tell you, I've never been written up for being late. When you reach different levels of positions at jobs, you don't get in trouble for being late. But you don't want to just be late because you're not getting in trouble, and I can walk in my job at 8 o'clock, 8:30, but I don't like getting there at that time. I like getting there earlier than later. So it says, 20 miles now. My job is like 10 more miles away. So I can get gas after I get off of work. There's gas stations maybe like 3 or 4 miles from my parking lot. Y'all, I'm like rough looking. The good thing about these masks that are, a benefit is you could be unshaven. Your face could be rough looking. Baby, you throw this mask on and you look like an Indian princess. You look like Liberian girl, Michael Jackson. They're like, you got pretty eyes. Why, thank you. But my face looks like a Sasquatch's twat. But, okay, come on, y'all. What the hell is up with this traffic? This is what I get for leaving later. I'm sniffling. I'm telling you, my sinuses, baby, they kicking my butt like Bruce Lee, honey. I went to sleep and woke up this morning at I did some writing yesterday, and I felt so drained after writing because I told you, everyone knows I've been working on this sci-fi novel, and it's sci-fi. But again, just even fleshing out my characters and just working on chapters is really draining. If you're when you're writing, sometimes you become emotionally invested in your writing. You have to become the characters that you write a lot of times. Think about someone like Stephen King. When he's writing horror, you have to go to a dark place to write like that. Michael Crichton, when he wrote those books like Andromeda Strain and Congo, just some of those books had some definitely, The Shining, Stephen King, those books, you have to get crazy. When you're writing, even character actors, method actors have to go to dark place. For you to play a child molester, you have to go to a crazy place in your mind to play that character. And sometimes, those actors, it's hard to come back from that. But my writing, for me, if I'm writing something, if there's a serial killer that I'm writing about, because there is death in my book, but there's, you have to be creative. It does, Nicole Goddess. The mess is so draining to me because you know what? You guys met my friends. You see, my friends are happy-go-lucky. They're friendly, easygoing. Well, most of them. I love me some Amy. I met Amy, let me say this. I met Amy through BJ. Amy and I are developing a friendship. Over time, we will become friends, but I use that term loosely when I describe Amy because Amy is BJ's friend. Amy is BJ's friend. She talks to BJ about everything. We're not on the same level as friends because Amy doesn't tell me personal things going on in her life. So you can't. What the hell is going on up here? Okay. We're not friends like that. If you don't have that comfort level to talk to me about things going on in your life, but you can do it with my friend, you are his friend. You're not my friend like that. And we use the term, me and Amy are friendly with each other. But we don't call each other and talk about what's going on in our day-to-day lives. Sometimes people get offended by that, but Lord, don't be okay. Okay, it says 15 miles to empty. Okay. I got about 7 miles to get to work, I think now. Because people be offended by that when you say, well, but we're not friends like that. If I can't tell you anything about your family, or if for instance, like when Amy went through her divorce, I didn't know she was going through a divorce until she told us months and months later. But she said herself, her and BJ talked about everything. Y'all talked about everything. We're not friends just because we go to birthday parties together. You know what I'm saying? It's like we may go to my friend Zeke or Red Scorpion's birthday party and we're all there, but we're all friendly with each other. But if you're guarded by if you're guarded by what you say to me because you don't have that comfort level, we're not friends. That's just real talk. And there's no slight toward Amy because I think ultimately we may get to that point, but her and BJ go out of town together. They travel together and and that's cool because I have my female friends that I'm close with and I can talk to about anything. I have 3 female friends that I can talk to about any and everything. And I've known them for like the least amount of time is 15 years. The most is like 25 years. And while y'all trying to sit over there and put your fingers up and try to figure out my age, again, I'm going to tell y'all I'm 27 to 35 years old. But I think that a lot of times people may feel that you're trying to give them some shade because of you saying that, but sometimes friendship takes time. Lord. Okay. 13 miles before empty. Okay, well, I'm doing good. Yeah, I'll get gas after I get off of work. Looks like it's gonna rain today. You know what, TC? And you know what, TC? Thank you for. I appreciate you. Giving me those positive words when we were on Bama Girls chat. It was hard for me to talk about that, and I didn't let people in on that. My mother's death, because it was a sore spot for me. My mother passed away in October. My family was in the beginning stages of a lawsuit against HPD, Houston Police Department, because my mother and I tell people this because I let y'all in on stuff because I'm not guarded with things like that. I'm a person like you. I have people in my family that had drug addictions, alcoholism. There were people that sold drugs. There are people that graduated from college. There are people that, had children out of wedlock. There are people that have been married 30, 40 years. But it's a typical black family. But I'm not one of those kind of people that everything has to be swept under the rug. I told people my mother battled with alcoholism a lot of my young adult, late teen, and young adult life. And that was a problem with my relationship with her because I felt my mother had so much potential that she just was wasting because of the. Okay, y'all, my internet went out real quick. I'm like about 3 minutes from my job, but I was saying, okay, but I was saying that my mother battled with alcoholism when I was a child, for a young adult, teenager. So that was very problematic for our relationship. Um, but I feel my mother was doing a lot of self-medicating. Now, my mother had some traffic tickets. She was pulled over by a police officer, uh, and my mother was taken to jail because she had outstanding tickets that had become warrants. That she had, how you don't stay on your parents sometimes. My mother was just like, I'm gonna pay it, I'm gonna pay it, I'm gonna take care of that. And she didn't. And when she was taken into custody, my mother was in a holding cell. My mother has asthma and she had breathing problems. And the officers did everything wrong. And there was a reporter that picked the case up because they saw some things that were questionable. So, hold on. And my mother passed away en route to the hospital. So, of course, lawyers were seeking us out. People found us. So, everything going on with, Eric Garner and Floyd George, the guy in Minneapolis. I stayed in Minneapolis for a couple of years as a kid. But I think that it's hitting home, and I haven't even watched the video yet. I don't want to even watch the video, but I read different excerpts, and I just was listening to what people were saying on YouTube and Facebook, but I didn't want to see it myself. And when I tell you the two deaths that hit me the hardest in my family was my mother and my aunt, and to be awakened out of your sleep, and my sister was just hysterical when she called me, and it's like you're in a bad dream and you're hoping that you're gonna wake up out of this dream, and I was in a daze, but a lot of that stuff contributed, just to me withdrawing away from people. And I came on camera and still had a smile on my face, but I was dealing with a lot of, inner turmoil. I'm not gonna watch it. I'm not gonna watch the guy because I don't even like watching movies that are gory because I don't like seeing death like that, But I don't want to see this man take his last breath. I don't want to see him leaving this plane of existence. I can't. I've never seen a person, if I'm seeing someone, a loved one off, I want them to be calm, and, we're telling them that we love them when they're transitioning. But I don't want to see a violent death ending, you know. But yeah, I'm getting ready to go because I need to go catch this shuttle to work because I don't have the luxury anymore of parking right by my department, walking right in because they lifted a lot of those barriers. We can just go right. We could walk right in before, but now again, I'm parking at the parking lot, which takes about 8 minutes to get to work with the shuttle. But thank you guys. Hit the like button. Gentlemen's panel will be on tonight on Official King Payne's channel. Come and check us out. Uh, he is an hour behind us, So he's in California. So we're going on at 7:45 his time, and I think it still will be 6:45 our time. No, 7:45 his time. I'll call him and make sure. But it's on the official King Payne's channel tonight. Captivating and Jay Wilson probably have posted it on their community pages already. See the time. I'll post it myself. Thank you guys. Much love to you guys. Okay, they're 2 hours behind us. Okay. So I think we'll be going on at 6:45. Um, But anyway, I'll put it on my community page. I'll call him while I'm at work. Thank you guys. Hit the like button, subscribe, um, and I will be on tonight with them. Hope you guys come out and support us. All right. Thank you. Bye.